Switching gears now, and some farmers in Nebraska are hoping that hops can help them diversify their fields. It's not a crop that's normally grown in the state. In fact, hops is more popular in the Pacific Northwest, where its role in making beer helps in meeting the demand of the large number of microbreweries there. Now, researchers in Nebraska are trying to leverage falling commodity prices and the state's own growing craft beer industry to expand the crop's footprint. UNL professor Stacy Adams is always on the lookout for something special.
Well, my expertise is specialty crop production.
So when he was introduced to the hop plant, he had to know how it would work here.
We're looking at alternative crops suitable for Nebraska as an opportunity for farmers to diversify their farm income.
It may look like an out-of-control vine, but hops is teeming with possibilities for Nebraska farmers.
I tell you what, this plant is kind of an extremely unique plant because it does have a perennial underground. It has an annual top growth. It's day length sensitive and temperature sensitive. And so, a lot of us consider a plant to go through these stages, just kind of uniform, one to the next to the next. And this plant just has so many variables with it, which makes it extremely challenging, but quite interesting one to work with.
The first thing you notice is the size. The hop plant is tall and can shoot up to over 20 feet in a month's time. But the real treasure is the tiny flowers hidden behind its leaves. They're also called cones and play a role in manufacturing beer and herbal remedies.
The interest in hops with me was not only that it's used oftentimes for flavoring in beer or the bittering that they have in that, but there's multiple other opportunities in it. And one of the things is that they collect the oils, and those can be marketed to be used in pharmaceutical medicines, alternative medicines, or holistic type medicines. We have found also that it's being used in floral production, so there's just multiple things that you can use it for.
It's that opportunity for diversification that has some farmers wanting to learn more. Nebraska Extension has also created a hop coordinator program to educate and work with growers on how to produce a quality hop product that can be sold.
Where are you going to sell them? That's been the biggest challenge for growers, is the market. And a lot of times that involves starting small and establishing, that quality product, and then working with brewers. Having a relationship with the brewer, and that can be a big challenge. They can't just call up a brewer and say, hey, I have some hops, would you buy them? There really needs to be a relationship established first.
Another challenge has been figuring out the best way to get the crop to grow in Nebraska's environment. The state has about 50 total acres of hops, including plots on UNL's East Campus and in Cass, Valley, and Buffalo counties. However, the research suggests that if you want the best possible yield from this crop, go west. Western Nebraska, that is.
We have multiple researchers looking at different aspects. Climatic situation is a big struggle. So we have a project that's in the planning stages right now for North Platte. We see the western side of Nebraska that we're getting the best performance and consistency of quality.
Latitude is really important. Day length is really important for hops. So we fall kind of just outside of that 45 to 50 degree latitude, which is considered ideal for hop production. So we still have the day length to where we can really we can produce hops well, and as long as you have irrigation, they seem to perform quite well out there and don't really have any disease or pest issues.
In addition to tracking the research, Katie has been instrumental in getting other members of the burgeoning hops community on board.
With the breeding program, Nebraska has a lot of wild hops across the state, and so as kind of word has gotten out about the breeding program, people have contacted us and say, we have a wild hop here or there, and we are able to go and make some collections, and hopefully those will be incorporated into the breeding program.
And if everything proves successful, maybe one day you'll be enjoying a drink in Nebraska that was locally grown. It's important to remember that patience is key when growing hops. It takes about 3 years to reach full harvest. After that, the cones have to be dried and made into pellets. Katie tells me that's an area that still needs more research, and it's a story we'll continue to track.